Sabrina and Jason, it's been a long time coming and considered a major step in moving the military buildup forward. And ahead of the record of decision expected later next month, the federal government has released a final supplemental environmental impact statement. Here's more. Governor Eddie Calvo calls this buildup number 2.
It is consistent with the programmatic agreement and the 4 pillars that were reached with then Undersecretary of the Navy Bob Wirt.
At Adelup, officials from the Joint Guam Program Office briefed Governor Eddie Calvo on the release of the final supplemental environmental impact statement.
What was the spirit of the 4 pillars you see has been manifested, of course, with the release of this new SEIS, the final EIS, because you see the major issues that the people of Guam had in regards to this buildup.
Those 4 pillars include the shrinking of the Department of Defense footprint by the end of the buildup, 24/7 unimpeded access to Pagat Village and Pagat Cave, and using a One Guam approach to ensure civilian infrastructure is improved, along with employing a Green Guam approach.
There was social, economic, and environmental and cultural issues that had to be put on the table, and they've been addressed.
The final SEIS now sees approximately 5,000 Marines and 1,300 dependents to be relocated over 12 years and 13 years of moderate construction activity with a gradual phase out. The 2015 final SEIS shows the preferred alternative is to construct and operate the proposed cantonment at Naval Base Guam telecommunications site at Finagazan, the proposed family housing at Anderson Air Force Base, and the proposed live fire training range at Northwest Field.
Again, the cantonment area, the residential areas, the live fire training ranges, not only are they going to be within the federal properties, but even as this has evolved, some of the properties that are within the federal footprint as a result of the Green Guam approach, there is going to be a lot of savings of properties that originally, and I'm talking limestone forests, virgin limestone forests that would have been leveled. So you're seeing, again, so much progress.
The live fire training range was one of the biggest areas of contention. According to JIGPO Forward Director Commander Daniel Shawn, issues over the public access to Retidian Beach still need to be resolved.
In the case of public access at Retidian Unit, that land currently is being managed and controlled by Fish and Wildlife Service. So if that alternative is selected, there will be a refuge management plan implemented, if you will, or negotiated, consulted. And out of that then will become an alternative access for public access to Retidian Unit when a particular range is active. So it's identified as a concern. We are aware of that, and it is clearly on our follow-up list to do, but that work will be done following the selection of the alternative for that requirement.
Joint Region Marianas Commander Rear Admiral Bet Bolivar says the work isn't over just yet.
It's important to know that and to see how much the Department of Defense has listened to the government of Guam as well as to the people. So I mean, we've come such a long way.
Other leaders such as Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo reacted to the release of the final SEIS, stating it's a very important step forward in the relocation effort. She believes the preferred sites for the main base and the firing range are appropriate locations on Guam that do not require any additional government of Guam or private land. Meanwhile, Senator Frank Uggan Jr., who chairs the legislature's Committee on the U.S. Military Relocation, he says based on his initial review of the SEIS, he's confident with the gradual approach that has been taken through the downsizing of the proposed Marine Corps buildup on Guam. He adds the smaller footprint on Guam demonstrates DoD has listened and responded to the concerns of the people of Guam. Sabrina and Jason, back to you.